Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. We are live. Welcome to my Success Spotlight Talk Show. I have the legendary, iconic Dr. Rae on this morning. How are you, Dr. Rae?
I'm good, Coach. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm glad that you're on here. You got something amazing coming up later on today. So I'm super excited that you're able to make the show so you could discuss that. Because those of y'all who are watching this live, type in hashtag live and make sure y'all stay tuned. I have Dr. Rae's link scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So now is the best time to start to go to that link and make sure you join her Underground Railroad group because she has an amazing money talk conversation tonight. And I briefly talked about it last night on how we as women need to start becoming more comfortable when it comes to talking about money. But this
Mm,
conversation this morning, we're going to go to many different places. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the business world, the network marketing world, the MLM world, however you want to put it. And we want to really talk about how it's going when it comes to making extra money in a down economy, right, Dr. Ray?
yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Dr. Ray, for those who don't know who you are, if you could just introduce yourself.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Coach, thank you for having me on. Um,
Welcome.
Happy Fearless Friday, everyone. I am Dr. Rae. I am an acute care physician. I am the #1 gut health strategist. I'm your home based business coach, and I believe that you deserve your better health and stronger finances. And I help my team members and clients get exactly that with my exclusive systems and virtual coaching.
That's right. That part. And as always, Dr. Ray's a permanent guest on this show. So you guys are definitely going to see her a lot. What she has to share is just amazing.
Thank
Let's
you.
jump into this, Dr. Ray. So making extra money in a down economy, what is your perspective on that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think the year of the entrepreneur, the real entrepreneur, not the hobbyist, is
Mm-hmm.
here. I think we're seeing a lot of things in our current economic circumstances that are making it blatantly obvious that relying solely on a 9 to 5 can be quite hazardous.
That's true.
So you have to understand that in a down economy, even though it can be quite overwhelming, that this is
Mm-hmm.
the time to strengthen your strategy. Make certain you have systems in place and make certain that you're implementing
Mm-hmm.
so that you're successful, even in
Mm-hmm.
a down economy. And I know that my home based business is a huge part in my financial success.
Mm-hmm.
And I help my team members and clients who want to do the same. I show them how to do that so that you don't have to have any kind of special skills. You don't have to have any type of special training. You just
Mm-hmm.
have to be coachable and then follow the systems that I have in place.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And I've been talking about, women as a whole,
Mm,
building financial independence for years, many years. A lot of times, seeing the way the job market is going, seeing the way the culture and the politics of work is going, and how we are really at a disadvantage when we are working a 9 to 5. And we're not bashing 9 to 5ers or anything like that, or if you do have a job outside the home, not at all. But it's just
yeah.
for the simple fact of that, if you can do more and if you can save yourself, why not take the process to do it? So even with my story, many of you guys have heard my story when I first started to get into entrepreneurship, how I started out in network marketing and how that has helped me as one of the platforms to help me build up the business that I have now. The Camel Success Network LLC would have never happened had I not done network marketing for almost 10 years, so it's an industry that I can never sit here and like bash in a sense, because that's where I got started. That's really something that helped me get in without having to do it all by myself. because you don't know unless you get inside. You don't know about how business gets ran or how the structure is or what to do or not to do unless you are getting under something or getting involved in a company that is already established. You know what I'm saying? But it's go ahead, Dr. Ray, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's interesting what you pull up, which is the culture and the politics of the workplace. Like
Oh yeah.
right now, we are so entrenched, as well we should be, entrenched in the culture and politics
Yes.
that affect us in so many different ways.
Right.
And how about having not only a level playing field, but a playing field that actually, good morning, Therese.
Hey, Trees. Good morning.
A playing field that favors your particular talents that you bring in. Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
How about, being in an industry that actually brings out your best and challenges you to improve yourself. So, the culture and the politics, I think we really need to look at that because culture and politics in the workplace are not going away.
It's not going anywhere. And it could be, I remember one time when I was working where something else, happened like similar to what's been going on now. And they just made us all take like a cultural diversity workshop. But it just started and ended there. It didn't go beyond that. And still you felt the stigmas and the classification and the, oh, this person's considered over that person, and you felt all that. And you're right, it's something that's not going to go away. We can't change that. The only thing we have the power and control over is to change what mark that we can set, the what lane that we can dominate, what businesses that we can start, what other businesses that we can partner with, so we can get out of that culture and disrespectful, stuff that goes on in the workplace, because it does goes on, and instead of like getting frustrated over it, you got to ask yourself, well, what can you do about it? What can you do for yourself about it? So I'm a firm believer, Dr. Ray, that, I mean, and after being on this earth for many, many years, that the 9 to 5 space is different from the digital space. Even in a down economy, more and more entrepreneurs, more and more network marketers are making boatloads of money right now, because it is a big difference with this digital economy versus the day-to-day economy, the brick and mortar, the going into the corporate office. It's less of a stress and it's more creativity that you can have when you have your own business versus when you're going to a job where you don't know if you're going to have that job this time next year. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I think we have seen it, since the pandemic. And the thing about it is, we keep talking about getting back to normal. However, we have to realize that this is a dynamic situation. I don't think we're ever going back to quote unquote normal. Okay. Not to be a pessimist, not to be a naysayer or anything, but the facts are the facts and the handwriting's on the wall. So, there's certain economies that we've seen, certain industries we've seen who actually improve their game because they are dominating the digital space. So unless you have a digital presence or unless you have some type of way to reach people other than face to face, in the same area, you are not going to thrive right now. But the fact of the matter is this: the genie is out of the bottle.
That's right. The bubble has burst.
The genie is out of the bottle, and a lot of people are not going to want to put all those constraints on themselves in order to get services or in order to make an income. So we are here now. What are we going to do about it?
That's right.
What are you going to do about it? Well, one, you want to make certain that you are present in this space. We can't hide. You can hide. Why cower? Get your research in order. Coach has been here, as she said, for a long time. Her track record speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
And I will say the same for me. I've been here a long time.
This
ain't brand new. And there's such a thing as called integrity. And a lot of people are getting called on their integrity right now.
Ooh,
Is what
Lord.
you say and what you do lining up with the best values that all of us
That's right.
hopefully are living our lives by, which is love your neighbor as yourself.
That's right.
In my particular profession, it's do no harm.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now seeing some of the repercussions of a lack of integrity.
Yep.
The values that we expose are not the value that we espouse. The values that we espouse are not the values that we are living out in the world.
That's right.
And I'm very happy that with my online business, that my integrity lines up with my business.
That's
Because
right.
if it didn't, I wouldn't be in it. I would not recommend it to other people. So that's very important to me,
Mm-hmm.
that you say that the right is important, that truth is important,
Mm-hmm.
and that you do your best to line up with it. And no games played. People are
Mm-hmm.
really being exposed. We're
That's right.
espousing, exposing. People are getting exposed right now. So, like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them.
That's right.
So,
That is important because that falls in line, even though you may not disagree with that person, even though you may disagree with that person at the top, you know, people are going to see, it's all about perception, and people are going to see that, well, you may not agree with them, but maybe it seems like your values align with theirs because you're still supporting and patronizing that business. And nowadays that is important. That is
huge.
important, that the fact that that if people above you are seeing and hearing something that's not right, that in human way they know it's not right. Because I couldn't go to sleep right at night or promote something right if I know that if the person that I'm working for or partnering with doesn't believe in what I believe in. And I felt that way with other coaches that I've worked with. That was a big struggle for me to it's different when this online space is different. Anybody can put off a perception of who they are, especially when it comes to whether they're making money alongside you or whether you're giving them money, whatever. But meeting people and being around people and sensing that energy of like, wait, something's not right, and your spirit struggles with it. It is something that you have to make a decision. Either you're going to continue on and be a part of this nonsense, right? Because if you feel this way, the people that you're bringing in or the people that you're working with are, and when I started noticing there was other people that did not work with um, those group of people, I was like, oh, well, why? But when I started to really getting involved, and those of y'all who've been in the coaching space for a long time, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you get into it and you start to notice all these things, you have to make that decision and say, I don't care how much money you're making with that person or how, well working with that person is. You got to make a decision. You got to walk away or be part of the problem.
Yeah, you're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution.
That part.
I would like to ask people who are watching right now live, and the people who come on replay. The question is, good morning,
Good
Rod.
morning, Roz.
A question is integrity in business important to you?
Yeah.
And if integrity in business is important to you, do your dollars show it?
Exactly. And realizing that not all money is good money. I know that's a cliche saying, but it's so
There's a
true.
cliche for a reason.
Yeah. But it's not all money is good money. If you feel that the people that you are working with is not really, decent or somebody of integrity, that does mess with you. It does. It makes what you're doing not feeling right, even though what you're doing is helping you and your family.
Hopefully it messes with you. Some people don't mess with it at all.
It messes with me.
It messes with me too. For sure. Yeah, for sure.
It really does.
But not everybody is messed with,
Yeah, I'm a mother of now going on 5 children. It is very
I'm so excited.
Yes, it is very important to me that my black men, my black boys, my black sons and my black daughters know that they're amazing and they're of value and you know what I'm saying? It's like my dad was never a yes man. He'll cuss people out and pray for you later. You know what I'm saying? It's just like And I just can't, and seeing that, so is my mom, and seeing that, and some of her families from the South. So I have aunts that are very colorful with their language and expressions and stuff. Not, I mean, I'm not as colorful as they are, as like, vocally, but I don't know. You never know which
You're
aunt.
not?
I'm not. No, it's bad. Y'all think I'm bad. The reading is real, okay, over there. Like, I'm like a little. I'm ranked as
I
like
gotta meet these aunties,
a
okay?
light reader. I'm like a light reader
You're
compared
a
to
light
them. Compared to
Whoa.
them, I'm a light reader, honey. I'm light. I'm like a low weight. They're the heavyweight, honey. They got the crown. Okay, I got the little tiara.
Wow. I've got to meet this family.
Yes. So it's like it's more of when you're around women who are vocal about, if something's not right, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
And I got the men that are very protective and really being out there. It's hard for me to be around people who are not of integrity, or not, with everything that's going on in the world, they're either remaining silent or saying something objective to it, So, and I know you and I spoke before about where you live, and, a lot of things that you told me surprised me as well. Because, obviously everybody always has a misconception about certain places and things like that, and people. But even going back to the whole down economy part, everyone needs to either consider making extra money or deciding to build a business that's going to replace and exceed what they are making right now. Because New York City opens up, I believe, on Wednesday, next Wednesday. And
I
people
thought New York City was already open.
Some of the places are open, but
okay.
And what other places they say on the radio? And most of the restaurants are going to be open officially on Wednesday. They're still closed now, but that doesn't mean that things are going to be back to normal. I'm gonna tell you, I have a game plan for that. I'm gonna walk into some of these stores that I commonly go to, and I say, listen, you need your social media bumped up. My company does that. You know what I'm saying? I think nowadays, those of y'all who are offering products or services, why not go into these brick and mortars and see if they want to work with you and offer them what you have to offer them, because they either need to wise up, or I promise you that if, let's say, God forbid, this happens again next year, they won't be able to be open again. They may be able to be open now, but God forbid something like this happen next year. I don't think they're going to be open again with another shutdown.
And coach, on the medical side, I don't do medical advice or anything like that, but being a physician in my business, it won't be if it happens again next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're already seeing the second surge.
Oh, yes.
It's happening now, you know, and I tell people about their health and their finances. So, Roz, thank you so much. I tell people so often, or I should share with people so often that this is what we're dealing with. I don't think like we quite get it yet, that you can't tap out and say, okay, I'm done with this. This is the current circumstances as they are. You got to deal with it.
It's not forever reality.
And waiting to have a game plan that's sufficient to deal with it, just waiting, for one, no time is perfect. Number two, you're waiting for something that's not going to happen. The second surge is already here. And that's why I was already passionate and purposeful, but I have become more passionate and more purposeful in sharing my particular home business and my particular products, because the handwriting is on the wall.
That's right.
Now, whether or not you want to try to hit the snooze or pretend it's not there, that's your choice, of course, but it's not going away.
It's not. And like Rob said, we got to stop procrastinating. No time is going to be perfect. And I know you probably get that a lot too, Dr. Rae. People say, well, let me think about it, or let me consider it. No time is perfect. You at this point, thinking about it, by the time you do wise up and say, I need to move forward, it may be just too late, and you're going to have to really catch up. Yeah. So let's talk about this money talk conversation before we get into this next segment that you're going to be having tonight.
Yeah.
Talk about that to your audience. We have a whole boatload of people on here. And even if you already have either a business right now, strongly encourage you to still join Dr. Rae tonight. Having different things under your umbrella is vital. It really, really is. It's something that you need, because in order for you to get to that big goal, you got to have multiple streams of income to do that. So, Dr. Rae, go ahead and talk about what's going on tonight. What should people expect? Where they need to go? All of that.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me the space to talk about this event that I am super excited about. That my team Power, shout out to Team Power. They're excited about as well. Um, it is in our private group called Underground Railroad. So I actually formed this group about a month and a half ago. So it's a
Mm.
little bit before the heat of the current circumstances had ensued. However, Underground Railroad is named after one of my favorite historical figures, Harriet Tubman. And one of her phrases was, I freed 1,000 slaves, but I would have freed 1,000 more if they had known they were slaves. So here is where you get your freedom. Okay.
Amen.
That's what we're going to be talking about, financial freedom. Oftentimes we talk about financial freedom, but we don't give you a system and a possibility for financial freedom. So come to this live event. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Find out how to get financially free from your home, in your home, making extra income from home. Now, let me tell you a couple of things, just a couple of things, not a whole lot, because I'm not going to steal my thunder from later this evening. Network marketing, which is what this is about, not just, in general, but a specific opportunity. Network marketing is the wave of the future. It's been around for a while. And let me tell you, if you've ever done it before and had a bad experience, put that out of your mind. If you've never done it before and your Uncle Ralph is telling you it's a horrible thing, put that out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is come this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with an open mind, with the understanding that you're going to get exposed to information that you've not been before. And let me tell you something. We were talking about integrity. Integrity is not just a word in the Bible, a word in the reading my mind. It's not a word in the dictionary to me. It's what I live my life by. Not perfect, by no means perfect, but what I tell you I am a child of God.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot do anything that I think that my Savior would be disappointed in. So I'm not going to do anything to compromise my integrity. So know that in advance, whether you're a believer or not, know that I am. And so that dictates how I live, run, and share my life. So
That's
make
right.
certain to get into this live event at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and find out some information that you might not even know that you need and might not even realize that what you've seen before, if you've had a prior experience or someone talking in your ear about the negative stuff, they don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of
That's real.
they're coming from that space of their own personal horrible experience, or they're just it's mostly limiting beliefs. It really, really is.
It really
um,
is.
it really is. Let's jump to the comments real quick. Ross says she loves that Underground Railroad name. I like that
Thank
too. I
you.
really, really like that. Thank you, Lisa, for coming back. I know you were on the show last night.
Hey,
Thank you for coming
Lisa.
back on for this live. But yeah, definitely make sure you guys go to bit.ly/, what is it? Keep it on
Eugene
UG
Railroad.
Railroad. And make sure you get inside the group. Tonight's conversation is just going to be epic. I cleared out my schedule for 7 p.m. to make sure I actually pushed my show back to 8:30, so that way I can make Dr. Rae's money talk. And like I said last night, guys, we got to start talking about money and stop being afraid to discuss it, and stop listening to other people's advice where it comes to network marketing and what have you, that are coming from a place of either not understanding or their own limiting beliefs or their just own personal bad experience. It could just happen that they may have have joined a company or affiliate themselves with a business that was not in line with them, that there was not supposed to be a part of in the first place. Maybe they did it because their mom did it and they got in, or their cousin did it and they got in. You know what I'm saying? People get into this industry for different reasons. Just like people get into this whole coaching and service businesses for different reasons. I mean, I hear all the time bad things about it, but it's really about the person. And then like you said, Dr. Rae, when you have that integrity, when you have that, you want to help people in mind first, that's what makes the experience worthwhile. And honestly though, with Dr. Rae, me knowing her for I feel like I've known her for years. I feel like I've known you for years, Dr. Rae.
That's like forever.
Yeah, I really do. And it's only not even been a year that you and I have been knowing each other, but that feeling of the fact that I feel like we've known each other forever, ever, just shows a lot about your integrity. So I'm glad that you've even invited me to this segment for tonight as well.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for clearing your schedule, because my coach, she always brings energy wherever she goes.
I try.
You do.
I take that sweater off. I'm high. I can't do. I was like,
the baby says they need some room.
I need room, honey. It's too hot.
The baby said they need some room.
No, it's just one. Y'all saw my sonogram. It's only one.
There's one lined up right behind.
I know, like, girl, he's hiding really well, honey. Hiding really, really well. Girl, I will pass out.
I think 6 is a nice even number.
Huh?
6 is a nice even number.
I know. I was telling my husband that, but I don't care what he say. I'm like, yeah, need one more. 5, like 6. Do 6. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to ask me if I want my tube side, and I am the one that says yes or no. Yes, let's jump into fad to feasible. I know you want to discuss that this morning, Dr. Rae. What is your perspective on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fad to feasible, going back to the particular business opportunity that I offer and that I help people launch and grow. It's about from fad to feasible. So often, like we had our PTC Pass the Cast. So make certain that you stay on Coach Letitia's page, because her Pass the Cast are amazing. And the next one's on the 19th. And we talked about in that Pass the Cast, when you have a side hustle, which is kind of popular term, is it a hobby or is it a business? And are you sure? So from fad to feasible, so many people might have tried network marketing in the past, but it wasn't sustainable. They didn't stay. I'm telling those people who have tried before and even failed before, because you really don't fail until you quit. So if you haven't quit, you haven't failed yet. If you haven't quit, you haven't failed yet.
That's huge.
So
right there.
If you don't quit, you have not failed. So if you haven't failed, then come on back. Don't give in. Don't throw in the towel. As your coach, as your number one gut health strategist, I'm saying, don't quit. Come to this live meeting. Realize that maybe something you tried in the past was a fad, but this is feasible. This can work with your life, your family, your skills, even your fears. If you let go of them, this can even work with your fears. I like this particular business opportunity because it is a self-development plan with extra income attached.
That's right.
It really is. So stop letting it be a fad. Let it be feasible for you. Let it be feasible that this is what you needed. Yes, stick and stay.
Right.
That this is the feasible, sustainable option for you to change your life. What if this was the change that you've been needing, that you have been waiting for? Now's the time not to wait. Now's the time to move and get in. Get in because the opportunities and the incentives that we have just this month are tremendous. And you don't want to miss out because opportunity knocks, and you can either be hitting that snooze button or you can open the door and start the journey. As Coach has said before, sometimes it takes that leap of faith and you grow the wings on the way down.
That's right.
Now's the time for you to take that leap of faith and get in.
Get in and stay in. Get in and stay in. Like, and don't make that, same old misconception that it is after 2 weeks you're going to see a dramatic, massive, quadruple difference. It doesn't work that way. You got to get in, learn the system, and that's another thing is like get in first to educate yourself first. I think that is something I think helped me tremendously. Before I really started to hit the ground running, I wanted to educate myself about what I'm offering, what's my style of marketing, what do I actually feel comfortable, what type of, get to know, like even in network marketing, you still got to build your dreamy customer. And I think a lot of times in network marketing, people don't feel that way, maybe because maybe your upline say just go out there and sell to everybody. I used to hear when I was in network marketing, oh, the product sells itself. So we go with those type of stigmas, not realizing, no, we got to sit down for a moment and identify what's the actual problem that what we're selling solves. And I know some network marketing companies are product based, and there's a lot of service based network marketing companies too. Even for those of you who are service based, it's the same thing. You got to know who is it that you want to sell to. Okay, because your audience, your customer base will mirror you. I think I averaged out at 88% of my customer base had either 3 or more children, just like I did. So it's sort of like it's that mirroring effect of now this is the type of size family, what type of woman am I trying to target, what are her specific problems, what is her immediate need right now. And that's very, very important. And you're able to know and tap into their languaging. So really look at it as like that, like you're getting in, educate yourself about the payment structure, how things work, everything. And like you said, you don't actually fail unless you quit. That's really where the failure comes from. And especially in network marketing, you cannot, the worst thing I see a lot of women do is they compare themselves to everybody else. And I know that's hard to not do. But is that helping you doing that? It's not something that's helping you. It's making you constantly look at them instead of looking straight ahead. Like you're looking to the left or looking to the right, you're not looking straight ahead. And it's not productive to your success. You got to say, who are the people that I'm supposed to sell to? They have their people, and they probably built a system to where it's easy for them to get to their people. But you have your people. Even if you're selling the same product, maybe you're supposed to be selling to a different demographic of people that you're not even tapping into because you're looking over there. And you're trying to, like, I always share this story when I was in network marketing. There was this girl, and back then it was home parties. So y'all lucky. We didn't have this digital space when I first started in network marketing. It was like belly to belly hard. And she used to get like 20 home parties a month. Okay. I try to match her and beat her, and it never happened. This girl didn't have no children. All she had was a dog. She was not working at the time. I was. I don't like people in my house. Because those whole home parties was at our house. I don't like people in my house. Okay. I'm not a hostess like that. So I had to figure out a way. That's really what got me into the digital space, of how I can do it to where I don't have to physically go to people's house. I was huge fear of bed bugs back then. It was a huge bed bug pandemic. And I was like, I don't care how clean your house is. I don't buy inventory over there. It was a lot of stigmas I had about going over people's houses and people coming over mine. So when I figured out the whole virtual home parties, I was like, oh, I can have
You're like
and still, not make as much per home party. But if I go according to volume, because I put in my sales experience, then I could outbeat her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. And then eventually other distributors started to ask me, how do I do it? And yes, I was giving away all my stuff for free. And then until I decided back in 2016 to say, no, I'm gonna monetize this. Like, people are like sharing their little, they have newsletters, all this stuff, sharing their successes and not giving me any credit, And I'm like, no, let's give your girl some credit. But That's how it was. So it's like you got to know what works for you. That's the major thing. It starts, trying to compare yourself to people that don't necessarily have the same lifestyle that you do.
Right.
Or you may not even want to do it how they market the product or service. You may not want to do it how they do it. That may not fit you.
Right.
That's what happened with me.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm super duper excited about Dr. Rae's call tonight. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know, Dr. Rae, you have so much awesomeness coming up. And what, again, going to, again, what should people expect? It's going to be at 7 o'clock,
Yes.
right? But
Yes.
what are they going to walk away with?
What they're going to walk away with is understanding how this is, sales, yes. More important is relationship, because this is the thing. When you're talking about sales, some people have a misconception about sales. They feel like you're being aggressive, that you're pushing something on somebody. No. It's about linking people's needs with the products that we have and the opportunity to earn. It's just that simple. To make it really simple, it's the products we have with what people need in making an income in the process. It's just that simple. So don't get scared. Come with an open mind as we share about our opportunity and how it can benefit you. Now, this needs to be a mutual fit. It's not all comers. All are welcome. All are welcome. But if it's not a good fit mutually, it's not a done situation. So don't think that we're going to be, hawking you, stalking you, pressurizing you, or any of these kind of things. It is an information session so that you can get your questions answered, and so too that we can see the type of team member we're looking for. So come with an open mind, come with a realization. It's going to be fun. We are going to have fun. We always have fun with our team events. And usually we help people find information that they need. Sometimes you don't even know you need it, but that you need it.
Absolutely. And one of the things I love about Dr. Rae, and I'm gonna make a point here of why I love this about her, is that in the network marketing space as a whole, Dr. Rae is open to all questions. Any questions that you have under the sun, she's open to listening to your questions, answering them, and giving you that solution you need. I have seen, and this is why I brought up this point, and I think I shared this with you before too, Dr. Rae. I've seen so many people where if you get down to asking them a question about why they are doing network marketing, or why should they join themselves, you get attitude, you get almost feeling like you stupid for even asking a question. I remember watching someone's live, and I was like, I would never join their company if I wanted to, just from the responses that they gave. Because if people see that you respond a certain kind of way before they even decide to say yes,
okay,
that may be the deciding factor. Your product could just be great. It could be the thing they need. But because of how you responded to their question, I mean, people have misconceptions and limiting beliefs that maybe that question is not really offensive. It's just maybe them talking about something they heard or an experience that they had. And you got to really say, let me just take my feelings out of it and educate this person on why I'm the person they need to work with, or why they need to join. And not, you're not going to deal with that, catty, offensive, manipulative type of conversation with Dr. Rae. So she is open to any questions that you have had, whether it's on topic or off topic. Because we know with all the things that's going on in the world, there may be some questions that's dealt like we talked about that's more about integrity. Like, what is your company saying about what's going on? And she has the answer to that. It just may be about multiple tools of things, because there's different reasons why people partner with different companies, more than just the product, So definitely be open to asking questions, come with your notes. And maybe go back and watch one of Dr. Rae's live on her page, and maybe you have a question about maybe something that she's mentioned. I mean, whatever, right? Dr. Rae is like, it's an open door. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
No, no, you didn't. You didn't cut me off.
Awesome. So the link is there, guys. I encourage you guys to make sure you go to that bit.ly and join the group. It's a great place to be. I'm so excited that Dr. Rae, that you're doing this and
Thank
also
you.
there. And it's going to be awesome, guys. And like I said, it's time to save yourself. It's time to save yourself. The best person to rely on is not your job, okay? In most cases, not even your partner or whatever. The best person to rely and depend on is you. Is you, right? You won't fail yourself unless you, like Dr. Ray mentioned, unless you quit. That's the only way you can actually, fail yourself. So, thank you, Dr. Ray, for being on the show this morning. I will be
Thank
back
you for
on
having me.
yes at 8:30 p.m. Eastern with Sasha Figueroa, and
Okay.
I look forward to seeing all of you tonight at 7. All right, bye guys.
Bye.